I came home from burying my husband, and his mother had changed the locks on our house.
It is not our house. It is my house. And I decided her lease was up.
Hold on. You changed the locks on your son's widow on the day of his funeral?
I am a businesswoman. Property does not grieve. I was securing my asset.
I am not an asset. I was your son's wife. That was my home.
Mrs. Jenkins, the elder, on what grounds do you claim ownership of this house?
On the grounds that my name is the only one on the deed. It always has been.
Mrs. Jenkins, the younger. Is this true?
He said it was a formality.
Yeah.
For the loan. He said it was our house.
My son lived in my house. He was a tenant. And his guest overstayed her welcome.
Guest. I was his wife of 10 years. I decorated that house. I planted the garden.
You planted worse flowers in my yard. I already had them removed.
Ma'am, the cruelty you are displaying is frankly breathtaking. Let's stick to the facts. We paid the mortgage for 10 years, every single month from our joint account. So you admit they paid the mortgage on your property for a decade?
It wasn't mortgage. It was rent. A very reasonable rent for such a lovely home.
Rent? You never saw a dime of that money. It went straight to the bank. Do you have proof of these payments, Mrs. Jenkins? 10 years of bank statements showing automatic payments to the mortgage company.
My son was a generous man. He spoiled her. He would have paid for anything.
I worked 2 jobs to help us pay for that house. My money is in those walls.
Your little tips from the restaurant? That wouldn't pay my light bill, dear.
My husband saw my worth. It's a shame his own mother never did.
I saw she was beneath him. I told him every day. He was a fool for love.
Your opinion of your daughter-in-law is irrelevant. The payments are what's relevant. He was going to fix it. A week before he died, he called a lawyer.
He was delusional from the medication. She put those ideas in his head.
Are you suggesting she was manipulating your terminally ill son?
I'm not suggesting it, I'm stating it. She's a gold digger, and she was cashing in.
I held his hand while he died. I bathed him. You visited him twice.
I couldn't stand to see what she had reduced him to. A weak, withered man.
Cancer reduced him to that. And it seems to me his wife was the only one there for him.
The lawyer's name was David Chin. My husband met with him 2 days before he died.
I have never heard of him. More of her lies.
You seem very certain about that, ma'am.
She's certain because she was there. She threw the lawyer out of the house.
That is slander. I was protecting my son from a predator.
So you are saying you were there at that time?
Yes, I was there to stop her from taking advantage of my son's weak state.
He was lucid. He was clear. He wanted to give me my home. His home.
He didn't know what he wanted. A mother's job is to protect her children, even from themselves.
And I'm sure it was just a coincidence that this protection also protected your financial interests.
Everything I own is in that house. My clothes, my photos, my husband's memory. I am not leaving without it.
Memories don't pay taxes. Your things are in boxes on the curb. You should fetch them before it rains.
You did? What?
It is my property. I can do with it as I please. The law is on my side.
The law has a name for what you did. It's called an illegal eviction.
It wasn't an eviction. It was a repossession of items left behind by a former tenant.
My wedding album is in one of those boxes. Our son's baby pictures.
Bailiff, please find out if it is raining at that address. Right now. She didn't just throw me out. She told the neighbors I had abandoned my dying husband.
Well, you weren't there when I was. You were always at work.
And how else was she supposed to pay for the mortgage you were accepting?
She wanted me gone from day one. She said I wasn't Jenkins' material.
And you are not. My son was a doctor. His father was a judge. You serve food.
And in my courtroom, an honest day's work is worth more than a family name. My husband knew she would do this. He wrote a letter. He gave it to his sister.
My daughter? Brenda is a sentimental fool. She always took his side.
Is this sister Brenda here today?
Yes, Your Honor. She flew in this morning.
Bailiff, please bring Miss Brenda Jenkins to the witness stand. Your Honor.
You know what your father would say about this, Brenda? Airing family business.
Father would say to do what's right. And my brother loves Sarah. Miss Jenkins, do you have a letter from your late brother for this court? Yes, I do. He made me promise to give it to a judge if anything happened. Bailiff, please retrieve the letter and hand it to me.
His signature won't be valid. He was on morphine, heavily medicated.
It's not a legal document. It's a confession. I know what my mother is. I was too weak to stand up to her. Too afraid. She made me put the house in her name. She said Sarah wasn't good enough for our family.
He promised me. He promised he would never tell.
The house is Sarah's. It was always meant to be Sarah's. The money was a gift from my father. It's true. Granddaddy left my brother the down payment in his will. Not her.
Both liars. He was weak, and she's nothing but a snake.
That is enough. The truth is in this letter. Your son's final words. He wasn't weak. He was kind. And he protected me in the end.
This is a family matter. It has no place in a public court.
You made it public when you put your son's widow out on the street.
Mama, please. Just stop this. For Robert's memory.
You are no longer my daughter.
A family's name is not built on money. It is built on character. And your account, Mrs. Jenkins, is bankrupt.
All I want is to go home. To my husband's home.
You can't. The deed is clear.
A deed obtained through manipulation and emotional abuse is not clear. It is tainted. In all my years on this bench, I have seen greed. I have seen cruelty. But rarely have I seen them so perfectly combined.
This is a gross mischaracterization. I was protecting my son's legacy.
His legacy was a wife that he loved. A legacy you put on the curb.
She threw away our life.
This was never about the house. It was about control. About winning a war your son already surrendered. You chose the day of his funeral. A day of mourning to inflict the maximum possible pain. You speak of your family's name, but you have single-handedly dragged it through the mud.
I did what I had to do to protect what my husband built.
Your husband built a family. You are trying to demolish it.
My husband loved her. In spite of all of this, he loved his mother.
And that, Mrs. Jenkins, is a testament to your husband's character, not hers. You may not be Jenkins' material, Mrs. Jenkins, but you are a tenant with rights. And based on 10 years of mortgage payments, you are more than a tenant. You are an investor.
There was never a contract. Her name is nowhere on that deed.
A decade of payments is a contract. And your son's dying wish is his testimony. Judgment for the plaintiff. The house is to be immediately returned to her possession. Furthermore, you will pay $10,000 in damages for the illegal eviction and emotional distress.
This is an outrage, a travesty. I will appeal.
Good luck with that. You will turn over the keys to this courthouse by 5 p.m.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you.
It's over, Mama. You lost. This case is concluded. Court is adjourned.
Your Honor, may I just read the last part for myself?
You may.
My dearest Sarah, if you are reading this, I am so sorry I was not strong enough.
Please live a long and happy life in our home. Fill it with laughter. You deserve it.
And please, whatever you do not let my mother clear out my office.
It's already done. I had his things moved to storage. It was too painful.
What? Wait, there's more. A P.S. Read it, Mrs. Jenkins.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
What is it? What does it say?
P.S. She wasn't after the house, Sarah. She was after the safe behind my desk.
He's lying. The medicine made him crazy.
It has the real evidence about what she did to my father.